this is gonna sound crazy, but you gotta become an ad. Whether you're selling your own product or you're the ad space for someone else's product, or your viewership is just a small portion of the pie of a platform's total, viewership and ad space that they can sell to a big company, that is a much more lucrative and much more effective way to make money and a career model than the traditional, work for one company, get paid a salary. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, of course. Everybody, that's the way the majority of people work. But seeing how much money and how lucrative this model is for content creators, or even people who are selling their own product, that model compared to, again, traditional work is it just makes more sense mathematically. So setting yourself up for that type of future where you have a viewership, a support base that's willing to watch whatever you put out there on YouTube primarily, or any other platform, having a viewership that's invested not even with their pockets, but just with their time and their eyes, being able to leverage that into ad dollars, again, whether it's for yourself or through how many views you have, and then that platform will pay you based on that. Being on the internet, seeing various content creators, influencers, whatever you want to call them, and comparing it to, regular work, which, again, I'm not speaking down on, because that's the norm and that's the most tried and true way to make a living. But for anybody, young or old, that is looking for a way to maximize their potential, I think this model it's just a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer, because the content that you add to your catalog is always building and building, as opposed to working at whatever company and, having some sort of ceiling, whether it's because of your lack of education or because the position that you have is not made for upward mobility. You have the position to stay at that position, which is the unfortunate truth for most people that are working at, whatever type of job. So thinking about content creation, being on the internet and building a viewership and a support base that can be monetized, again, not even in a predatory way where you're trying to sell anything to your supporters and your viewers, but being able to have that, and that being worth whatever type of payment through the ads, or having, a sponsorship, having a company let you run an ad on your video. It just makes so much more sense than what's current. And, as a person that's in the job market or in the workforce, I should say, on the outside looking in, it just makes so much sense. And that's why I believe most people should try to become an ad. That's what I mean when I say become an ad. I really just mean be on the internet and work on a foundation to be able to build a platform where you can become financially free through this very simple model. Through this model that billion, trillion-dollar companies, multi-million-dollar companies become super wealthy off of. It's literally available to the everyday person to capitalize off of. We see people from the comfort of their homes not even do it in this way with the end goal of, being able to become an advertiser and make millions of dollars. It starts from some sort of passion from the ground up that has nothing to do with it, but that's ultimately what happens. You get big enough, and then whatever company comes in, you get sponsorships, you get all of that. Really, the accessibility that's available to anybody nowadays is so different than it was 10, 20 years ago. Like, that long ago, you had to be some sort of big celebrity. You had to have a crazy talent. If you weren't an athlete or a singer or a musician of some sort or an actor, you couldn't get these types of opportunities. Nowadays, if you have a camera, if you have a microphone, whatever the case, you can put yourself out there and literally have a chance, depending on, your content. If it's good enough, if you're able to garner that foundation and that viewership, you're able to become a giant. And it's really amazing to think, honestly. And when I think about it myself, that's how I came to this conclusion. Like, and again, it sounds funny becoming an ad. It's just an outside of the box way to look at it and to think and to try to break free of the, the traditional mode. There's nothing wrong with, but for most people, they're doing it just to get by. And you can even do this on the side while you are working your regular job. And that's another thing. You don't have to put all of your eggs in one basket. This can be some sort of side hustle, quote unquote, with the end goal to make this your main source of income. But you can do it on the side. You can still tend to your real life responsibilities and necessities, and it still has the potential to blow up into something life-changing. This concept is a really amazing one, and that's what inspired me to start my channel. This is only the third video, but becoming an ad is it may be the way. And of course, I don't mean selling out. I don't mean going against your morals for money. Anybody could do that in any scenario. One could argue that most people go against their morals when they go to their job that they hate, but they're doing to make ends meet. When I say becoming that, I just mean build that foundation, build that support base.
And now you have an audience that supports you for your content, and it'll continue to grow as long as you keep up the quality and the consistency.
I definitely believe in that model. What do you guys think about this type of model? I mean, you're on YouTube, you're consuming content, so either way, you're part of it. You're either on the consumer side or the creator side. So I'd like to know what you guys think as far as making content, making money on social media. Basically just becoming part of the ad revenue of a bigger platform. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.